español y todo el mundo baila como el papu. Ladies and gentlemen, it's probably, no, maybe not probably, 100%. No, maybe not 100%, because if we reach the final, the match preview of that final is going to be the most important one. But this is one of the most important match previews of the season. Semi-final on Thursday against Leverkusen at the Olympico. First leg is at home. I don't particularly like this just because there's something about comebacks and Olympico which really link well together. But let's face it. I mean, it's not gonna bring any particularly massive differences. We're facing them at home in the first leg, meaning we are forced to play in Germany in the second leg. We will have some players back for that game, and we'll also have some players back for this game. Obviously, you know the role. If you're new here, today we're going to speak about the game. We're going to speak about our opponents. We're going to speak about the predicted 11. I'm also going to give you my betting tip, as always. Bring the match preview on. The first thing which I do want to talk about, however, is injuries and who basically gets back for Thursday and who won't get back for Thursday. So we have good news on our injury crisis, but obviously we don't have everyone back on Thursday. And our biggest player, our most important player, which especially in these past game weeks has shown us why he's the most important player, Chris Smalling will still be out for the first leg. He is trying his best, and there are some chances to see him start in the second leg in Germany. But there is no chance of seeing Smalling start on Thursday. However, the good news is that Dybala is back and will start this game. The question is, does he have 90 minutes in his legs? Nobody expects Dybala to play 90 minutes. He will probably end up playing 60 to 70 minutes. That's why we need goals in these first 70 minutes. So Dybala's back and will start. Gini is back training. However, people are saying Gini will start from the bench. So Gini will bring that experience during the game, in difficult moments of the game, where Bayer Leverkusen is going to attack us. We bring Gini in, and he's got that experience that he grabbed at Liverpool. And he's got that sense of goals and contributions too, because he bags goals and assists pretty often, and that's why we put Gini in. But I highly doubt Gini will start this game. But yeah, Gini and Dybala are back for this game. Dybala will start. Gini has got a question mark on it. Another player which is trying his best to be back on Thursday is, not this Thursday, next Thursday in the second leg, is El Shaarawy. It is very unlikely to see him play or even sit on the bench next Thursday, but he's trying his best, and that fully puts to mind how determined that guy is when it comes to Roma. So yeah, that's an update on their injury crisis. Let's start this match preview with a little bit of opinions on them. Who are facing in the semi-final of a Europa League. We are facing Bayer Leverkusen, obviously, as everybody is aware. And Bayer Leverkusen are a very good team. In fact, question for everyone in the chat. On paper, who do you think is the toughest opponent? On paper. Don't, forget the fact that we beat most of the teams which I'm about to name. On paper, initially, who do you think was the tougher opponent? Salzburg, Feyenoord, Real Sociedad, or Bayer Leverkusen? Everybody in the stream, let me know in the live chat what you think. I think it's between Bayer Leverkusen and Real Sociedad. This game has to be one of those games which we play like that Real Sociedad game. We need to win this game. If we don't win this game, then I don't think we'll make it to the final. Because, there's going to be a tough atmosphere in Germany too. And the fact that the first leg is at home, suggests to me that we are kind of forced to win this game. Had it been the other way around, y'all know that I'm very confident when things get brought back to the Olympico, but this time we're facing Bayer Leverkusen at home first. I mean, speaking of them, they are one of those teams which has been revolutionized by their manager. Now, obviously, their manager right now is Xabi Alonso, and he has kind of changed this team. This team went from fighting to not get relegated to 6th in the league and Europa League semi-finalists under Xabi Alonso, somebody which Mourinho knows really, really well. He has definitely made this team play better football. He has definitely reunited this team. And he's kind of picked this team up from the scraps. A few months ago, Bayer Leverkusen were fighting to not get relegated. Let's not forget that. They have a lot of good individual players, but 3, 4, 5 months ago, they were like 12th, 14th, 15th in the league. Now they're a completely different team, however. They play good football, and they are one of those teams which are going to hurt us if we leave open spaces. This doesn't necessarily mean that they're a fast team which press a lot, but they are a team, I've been watching their games lately, they are a team which love counterattacks. In fact, I'm reading that they are one of the teams which hurt the opponents the most on counterattacks because of the speed of their players. They have got Frimpong and Bakker on the 2 fullbacks, which are very fast fullbacks. They've got Moussa Diaby up front, which is one, I'd say after Mbappe, one of the fastest players on earth. They've got Adli up front and Florian Wirtz as a Dybala type of player. They're a very fast team. And the fact that we don't have Smalling for this game doesn't make me confident. But at the same time, Roma are going all in Europa League. Roma are going to leave the Serie A away. They're going to go all in Europa League. We have seen how different Roma is in European tournaments when it comes to mentality, when it comes to want to get more. This Thursday, we're going to have yet another sold-out stadium in favour to put the pressure on Bayer Leverkusen. 70,000 fans to create a hell-like environment. Betting. Let's bring the betting tip on. I normally do the betting tip at the end. Betting tip for Thursday is Roma wins. Roma wins in the 90 minutes on Thursday. Because Roma is forced to win this game. This is such an important game. This is more important than the second leg. Because what we pull out in the second leg depends on this game. And we've seen, even without Smalling, how this team is a different team in Europa League. And Roma is going to win on Thursday. I am convinced about this. But we have to be careful on counterattacks. They love counterattacks, and they love they love attacks. They love passing the ball really quick to kind of bring that defensive to offensive transition, which leads to goals. Another thing about Bayer Leverkusen under Xabi Alonso is that they've improved in defense. Now, they are coming from a defeat in the Serie A against Cologne. I think we've faced better defensive teams and we've won against better defensive teams. It's not the defense which worries me. They've got interesting defensive players under the names of Jonathan Tah. They've got Hincapie, which is a great player in my opinion, but it's not their biggest point. Their biggest point is counterattacks without a single doubt. But yeah, Diaby, Wirtz have got that chemistry and that connection together. It's going to be a tough game, but we're going to win on Thursday, I'm convinced. Therefore, the game plan of these 2 legs to reach that final in Budapest is very, very simple. We have to try and win by 2 goals on Thursday. If we win by 2 goals on Thursday, I'm almost convinced we're going to go through. This 2-leg game is going to be very similar to Real Sociedad. Win by 2 goals at home. You got to try and not concede on Thursday. It's going to be very hard not to concede without Smalling in defence, because since Smalling got injured, Roma have never had a clean sheet. But I'm faithful. I think it's that there's something to do with that environment and the atmosphere which will be there on Thursday, which gives me faith. It's going to be very hard to keep a clean sheet, but we kind of have to keep a clean sheet. If we then win by 2 or more goals, we bring this game back at the Bay Arena in Germany next week, and we park the bus like we never did before. And Smalling is probably going to be back for that game, so you add defensive layers in your section, and I think that's how we're going to reach the final. And if we reach the final, oh Lord, if we reach the final, We gotta face Bayer Leverkusen first. We have to win against this team first. And yeah, I mean, we've spoken about us. I think we're not coming in this game on a great note. We have not won many games lately. Our injury crisis doesn't help. But ladies and gentlemen, this is an all-in game. This is more important than the next leg. This is more important than the second leg. Roma are gonna win this game. Jose mentality, players cohesion, the fact that we were a different team in this tournament, we score more goals in this tournament is another clinching piece of evidence. And the fact that the Serie A has kind of forced us to go all in Europa League suggests to me that Roma, yes, is not coming great towards this game, but Roma is coming as favourites towards this game. Because every single player, including the manager, including the ownership, knows that this game on Thursday is 80% going to mark the future of the club in terms of players who could leave, the manager who could leave. And just when it comes to ambition, it means a lot. Also, when it comes to the summer transfer window, it means a lot. This is a game which, if you think about it, kind of involves an entire season. And I know football doesn't work like this because every game is a battle. But this game is as important as one single season. If you're going to the stadium, bring your voice because it's going to be very much needed. But yeah, moving on to the Predicted 11. By the way, if you haven't already, smash that like button. Smash that like button right now because Roma will win on Thursday. I am telling you, we're favourites on Thursday. We're going to win on Thursday. Confirm this prediction by clicking that thumbs up button. You will not regret it. Predicted 11. I mean, we don't have many choices. It's effectively going to be the same as the last few predicted 11s. Rui Patricio in goal. Ibanez, Mancini, and Cristante in defence. No, it doesn't bring good defensive support. It doesn't. We are terrible in defence with these three players, especially with Ibanez's latest form. Mancini and Cristante have been good lately, especially Cristante, who's adapted so well to such a different position. But I think this game is all on Ibanez. If Ibanez makes mistakes, if Ibanez loses us this game, I swear on God, we have to sell him. And I know I've been saying sell Ibanez. Much of it has been due to frustration. And I've said it many times. My mood depends on Roma. So the second a Roma player makes a mistake, I tend to say sell him. Rethinking, reprocessing everything. We have to keep Ibanez because he's young and he's a valuable player. Problem is, he makes too many mistakes. And this game is a game where if you make mistakes, Bayer Leverkusen are going to exploit the chances and they're going to score. And if the more goals they score in this game, the harder / impossible it's going to be to qualify for that final in Budapest, the 31st of May. That's my defence. Four midfielders, Spina and Celik on the two sides. Spina's been poor lately, but these are his games. When you have a tough opponent, a fast opponent like Bayer Leverkusen, you kind of need Spina's speed. So Spina, regarding his latest poor form, is going to start this game. I'm putting Celik on the other side. Why have I put Celik? I've put Celik because Zalewski's been poor lately. And if Celik copies the game that he produced against Milan, pocketing Leao and Theo Hernandez both at once, I truly believe Celik can perform a great game. If you think about it, Diaby is a very similar player to Leao. Now, I know Diaby plays on the other side, so this discussion should maybe be more valuable when it comes to Spina. But if Celik plays like he played against Milan, he is more useful than Zalewski because he brings better defensive support than Zalewski. So I think Celik will start this game. There's something up there which tells me Cilic is going to start this game. And I'm going to confirm this feeling. I think Cilic will start this game. Up front, Pellegrini, Dybala, and Tammy up front. Dybala to start. We've rested him quite a lot lately. Yes, he's not 100% fit, but we need him. It's an all-in game. Gini to get subbed in the second half, regarding of whether the result is in our favor or not. Gini will be subbed in the second half. Another interesting thing about Bayer Leverkusen is that they don't really have a physical striker. They've got one of those strikers which is more of a little fast striker, Adli. You know, we have faced teams with very physical strikers, and we faced teams with strikers who are not physical, who are very fast. And Adli is kind of one of these examples. You know, the complete opposite of Saturday. Saturday, Cristante had to mark Lukaku, which is twice his size. This time, Cristante is twice the size of their striker. And to be fair, he did a pretty good job with Lukaku. He kept that physical battle going. This time, we're facing a completely different striker. Adli's short, Adli's fast, Lukaku's big and physical. So, yeah, I think Cristante is going to give a good sense of continuity to these performances. He's been playing well, and he's adapted well to his new position, and I think he's forced to play well in this game too. At the end of the day, bring it on. I mean, have we ever seen a more important game when it comes to saving Roma's season? I don't know. But this is a crucial game. Oh my god, I'm already feeling the nerves. It's a massive game. It's a massive game, but I think there's also something about the mentality of our manager and the amount of trophies he's won, which is going to bring an advantage to this. Let's not forget that Xabi Alonso, yes, great manager, has done really well in these past months with Bayer Leverkusen. Great experienced player. He would definitely transmit the experience that he had as a player to these teams. But when we speak about him as a manager, he lacks managerial experience. He became a manager, 1 year ago. So he doesn't know how to handle the pressure in these games as a manager. I'm sure he does as a player, and I'm sure he will transmit that experience that he has as a player in these games to the other players. But he's a new manager. He's a next-gen manager. Look at him go to Tottenham or Real Madrid in a few years. In fact, I'd actually sign my name that he will be Carlo Ancelotti's successor. But yeah, he lacks managerial experience, and opposite to him, we have someone who's the most experienced manager out there. So that would definitely bring difference. But I think just like the final game, it's going to be about atmosphere. It's going to be about environment, and especially for most, it's going to be about the will of these players who have understood that the only tangible path to get Champions League football is Europa League and winning the Europa League, and it's going to be hard. You skip the midfield. Oh, I'm sorry, did I skip the midfield? My midfielder, I've gone with Matic, obviously, and Bove. I think Gini will start from the bench. Bove's been playing really well lately. He's shown a lot of sense of personality. Next to him, fundamental player under Matic. I think our midfielder is a good midfielder tomorrow. Yeah, I think it's not a bad team. It's just that we're missing that defensive pillar. But yeah, I mean, we can't change anything about this. We have to bring Thursday's battle on. And yeah. But players which scare me the most on their side, Wirtz is definitely a good player. In fact, let's see the value of these players. I know transfer market is kind of bullshit lately, but let's see Wirtz transfer market. He's obviously been he's had a very bad injury last season, and this season he's not been the same player. He's had goals and contributions, but he wasn't the same player he was 2 years ago. 85 million. Florian Wirtz is worth 85 million. That's like white truffle. 85 million. Oh my god, that is exaggerated. 85 million for 85 million for someone who has one goal in 14 Bundesliga games. Are you fucking joking? Oh my god. Anyways, they've got Wirtz, big danger when it comes to creativity. Diaby, great danger when it comes to speed and counterattacks. Frimpong, same, very fast player. And they've got Bakker, who's a fast fullback, and then they've got Adli, who's an interesting striker. But as I said before, if Cristante keeps that physical battle going, I think he can easily pocket Adli. If Smalling was there, Adli would have gone bye-bye to seeing and actually visualizing the ball on Thursday. But we don't have Smalling, and Cristante has to play Smalling's part. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, match preview done. If you haven't already, smash that like button. As I said before, if you smash that like button, the prediction of us winning on Thursday will be confirmed. So smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Tomorrow, we have Mourinho's press conference. So looking forward to that. Set a reminder on that. And then on Thursday, stadium vlog will come. I'll be heading to the stadium. And yeah, smash the like button, subscribe, do all of the things down below. And I'll catch you very, very soon. Simon, out.